Hey, welcome back to the channel where we talk all things engineering, technology, and finance. Before getting into today's content, make sure you hit the like button below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that way you're up to date on all the latest content that we post to our channel. And lastly, make sure you share the video with friends and family. As I always say, we don't want to hoard the knowledge for ourselves and we want everybody to learn. So let's jump into today's content. Hey, welcome back to the channel and another video, and I'm coming to you from the Central Park Library. It's a really cool little library, a little spot where I can, get my work done. So I got my laptop going here, I got a little bit of coffee, and we're in the library, and it's a cool little spot. So as I'm in the library, there's an idea that came up and I said, gee, all these great books that are around me, I want to give you guys 3 books that have been very influential for me in my financial journey path. And I figured I'd pass it along to you guys and you hopefully pick up those books and get the opportunity to read those books as they have transformed my life, and I hope they transform your life. Before we get into the 3 most influential books for me, I need you guys to do a couple things. First, make sure you like the video as it helps us out, spread this video to other folks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we post great content every single week and you don't want to miss when we post. And lastly, share the video with family and friends so that way they can pick up the same 3 books and they can learn what they need to in order to be successful on their financial path. All right, so with those 3 items out of the way, let's jump into my first influential book that helped me on my financial path. In the description, I'm going to put the links to the books so that way you guys can also go ahead and click the books in case you need a spot to find them and purchase them. The first book on the list is The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Now, this is a very interesting book. If you know absolutely nothing about money, like literally nothing like I did many years ago, this is a great book to start with because it teaches you 7 baby steps to take. And those baby steps will walk you through everything that you need to know in order to get you to wealth. And that book is really geared to people who have very little to no financial knowledge. And it's a great starting point, which, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I was there at one point. So I had to pick up that book and learn the baby steps. And I'm going to give you 3 of those baby steps, and there's a total of 7. But I want you to pick up the book and get the other 4 steps. But the first step is to save a little starter emergency fund. And depending on your income, I've heard as low as $500, but in the book it talks about a $1,000 emergency fund. And then once you get the $1,000 emergency fund, you move into the second step, and the second step is to attack all debt with any type of income that you have. So you take a piece of paper, right? That's for folks who don't want to work on the computer and do an Excel sheet, or maybe you're not into the apps, but take a piece of paper, write your debt from smallest to largest, and the idea is to attack the smallest one first and keep attacking and roll your payments towards debt, right, as you pay off each one of those debts. So small one, and then you start to get to the larger ones until you get rid of all debt. And that completes you in step number 2. And then step number 3, you save a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. So look at what your household expenses are, and you're gonna save at least 3 to 6 months of household expenses. And that will get you through the first 3 baby steps. And go ahead and make sure you grab the book, and I'm gonna put a link in the description below, so that way you can find out what the other 4 steps are and help you along in your financial journey. Now, the second most influential book that I've read on my financial journey is The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. Now, this book is fantastic because it's sort of similar to Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. But what I love about J.L. Collins' book is that it really teaches you about things that most people are confused about. Like, for example, this is the book that I learned how HSAs really work. And the third book that I would recommend reading on the most influential books for my financial journey is Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. This book is pretty cool because Tony Robbins basically sat down with a lot of influential people in the space of financial wealth. So for example, think about the LeBron James of finances. So when you think about that, Ray Dalio is one of the guys that I think about. Now, being a billionaire like Ray Dalio or some of the other guys that he talks about in their book, what do they think about? How did they get there? Right? These are all the things that I always wondered, and how do other successful people, make it? And so there's no better way to pick up this book and understand how these people are all winning and take that knowledge and implement it yourself so you can win. And that's why I think this book is really, really cool. So make sure you check it out. Again, it's called Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. And that is my third most influential book on my list that helped me in my financial journey. So there you have it, folks. Top 3 financial books that helped me out in my financial journey. And hopefully they'll be able to help you out in your financial journey. So if you found this video to be helpful, go ahead and hit the like button for me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as we're going to be putting out content every single week. And lastly, make sure you share it with your friends and family so that way they can learn on their financial journey. And the other thing that I'm going to tell you is I want to help you start your financial journey. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick 3 people, and this is based off of some instructions you need to follow, so make sure you listen closely. I'm going to pick 3 people in which I'm going to send you a book each. So of the 3 books that I just mentioned, I'm going to pick one of them and send it to you so that way I can get your financial journey going. But there's something that you got to do for me. And remember, we're going to have to follow the steps. First thing you got to do is you got to like the video. Second thing is you got to make sure you subscribe to the channel. And third, leave me a comment in the comment below letting me know if you found this video helpful, what are the books you recommend, or anything else to help out the other people that are going to be watching this video, because remember, we want everybody to win with us. And in doing that, I'm going to pick 3 random people, of course, but I'm going to double check to make sure that everybody has met the criteria for that. And then I'll reach out to everybody individually through a message to make sure that I send you your book, no charge. But again, it's to invest in you and make sure that we get your financial journey going. So I'm going to leave this up for about a month. So keep this in mind. 1 month from the day that this video gets posted, make sure you do all 3 items like I mentioned before. And I will draw 3 different winners where I'm going to send everybody each a copy of the book, no charge, to make sure that I kick off their financial journey, because again, I want to invest in you and make sure that you guys are also winning as well. So again, make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everybody on the next video.